my noble band of outlaws. Outlaw Samurai coming at you live with a video. Well, as you can see, I've assembled multiple different layers of thickness plastic for the cutting test of my new Qing DAO. As you can see, or hopefully see, I've done some minor customization work to the DAO. I made the original suspension string that was on this into a necklace and did a somewhat Edo wrap of paracord near the throat. So with my makeshift cutting stand that I cobbled together in about 2 minutes, I'm going to attempt to make sorry about that, wind blew the camera over. I'm going to attempt to make a decent cutting video. Starting from the Coke bottles, the mini ones, and working my way up to the thickest bottle, the little Gatorade bottle. In the middle I have a Lipton, a big Coke, and 2 Mountain Dews and a Powerade. So, without further ado, don'ts, and probably shouldn't, let's get started. Now, in my previous video, you will have noted that I did say that the Qing DAO was dull. I have since sharpened it and put a somewhat keen edge on here. The geometry of this sword lends itself to really needing a proper edge alignment and sturdy targets from what I have found. Let's hope that these targets are sturdy enough for this thing to work. So in 3, 2, 1. Not bad. I really didn't feel any resistance in that, to tell you the truth. The reason I'm getting closer up to the camera where you can't see me is because A, it's windy, and B, some of my neighbors are doing excavation work, so yeah, I'm doing this so you can hear me better. But let us continue, shall we? Let's try an upwards cut. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I did not get all the way through that bottle, but that's on me, I think, more than the sword itself. Let's try. Oh. The wind keeps blowing this thing over. Sorry about that. There we go. Now let's try the other way. 3, 2, 1. Alright. So what happened was I had cut with the very tip of the sword, and in doing so did not get through the bottle completely, but I did get through it about 80% of the way, so still good. everybody's favorite when I do this, the splitting it in half. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I just basically skinned this thing in one slash. I took a piece of the cap off and some of the bottle, and even took a chunk out of the stand. There's wood chip right here on the blade from it. So far, I'm really liking how this sword cuts. Oh, oh shit! Tell me that was caught on camera. Tell me you saw that when the Mountain Dew bottle top just floated down and stood. Damn! I may have slightly, kind of gave this sword shit in my unboxing video description, but it is really starting to earn its praises with me. It hasn't dulled at all, and it's been doing marvelous on these bottles compared to a lot of other times when I cut. And considering I haven't done a cutting video in, I think, a few months, I'm a little rusty. This thing is definitely beginning to compensate for my rustiness with just its ability to cut shit. But I digress. I have one last Mountain Dew bottle. Then we have the Powerade, then the Gatorade bottle. We'll see how well it does against those thicker plastics. I'm actually going to attempt a one-handed cut with this because I'm actually very curious to see if I can do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh. I almost had a repeat of the other Mountain Dew bottle with that. Okay, so it almost ended up just like the other Mountain Dew bottle did, but it didn't land straight down. But generally speaking, the closer the bottle lands to the target, the better the cut and the better your edge alignment. So yeah, I'm actually really loving this Qing DAO now that I've sharpened it and straightened the blade out. Now, will I be doing hardcore tree cutting with this sword like a certain Canadian Viking we all know and love likes to do? Shout out to Scalagrim. No, I won't be doing any wood cutting with this. Just because I don't want the sword to take another bend. And I'm not entirely confident in its overall sturdiness to do shit like that. Bottle cutting I'm completely fine with because it's... Bottle cutting I'm completely fine with doing because it's a very light form of cutting compared to a lot of other forms of tamashigiri, or in this case, bottle shigiri. I'm sorry that the camera keeps flipping over. It's the wind. So, let's continue, shall we? Let's see here. I've done this way, I've done that way, done this way, done that way, done that way. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to try the hardest cut for me to do this is the cut that is hardest for me to do. That will actually be the most satisfying if I manage to pull it off. So let's see if I can, shall we? In 3, 2, 1. That is the first time, the literal first time I've ever been able to perform that cut with that degree of smoothness. This Qing DAO is actually pretty damn good. I'm starting to really regret bad-mouthing it. Though, what little bad-mouthing I did, I'm actually starting to regret. And I regret very little in my life. Okay. Alright, so we have one last bottle. And if what we've already done so far isn't an indication of how good this is, I have a distinct feeling that the Gatorade bottle is going to be cleaved completely in half like it was nothing, because every cut I've made with this Qing DAO has basically felt like nothing was in front of me. It was like when you walk through grass and the grass whips you back. It felt like nothing, honestly. So, without further do's, don'ts, and probably shouldn'ts, let's do this. I'm going to try to split the Gatorade bottle directly in half, like I tried to do with the Lipton tea bottle, but ended up failing miserably in doing it. This time, however, I'm not going to end up failing miserably. So in 3, 2, 1. Okay, the sword definitely sunk into the stand, but not really a cut. I'm more along the lines just busted the damn thing open. That I'm going to blame on myself. So, I'm going to pause the video for a moment and we're going to go inside and I'll tell you what I think. Alright, so we are back in my parents' house. So, overall, what I was trying to say out there was, I am actually very regretfully bad-mouthing the sword as I did. As I said, it did come completely blunt and it did come bent. I straightened the sword, mostly, except for the very tip. But I don't really want to screw with that right now. It cut beautifully the way it was. And I sharpened it. But it doesn't really do so well on light targets or cutting paper. I tried that out. And it very much leads itself to cutting sturdier targets, such as the water bottles I cut. But, as I was saying, I am very pleased with how this turned out. And the horizontal cut, the cut that went this way, is nearly impossible for me to do with any of my other katanas. But I was able to pull it off first time with this. So, as for the cut test and review of this sword, which this video is, very much, I'm going to retract my earlier statement of the buyer beware. If you want a good, functional Qing DAO, buy this sword, $150 on Amazon. labeled Qing DAO, something, something, something. I forget the full title description, but it's the Qing DAO, and it has a whole bunch of flowers all over the hilt, like I said in my unboxing video. So yes, I am actually retracting my statements, well, all the negative statements about this sword from the unboxing video, because it has very much impressed me. And I don't usually do that well in cutting in general. So, the way I want to end this video is, do I think it's worth it? Yes. Is there a chance that you'll have to sharpen and straighten the blade? Slightly, but once you do, bravissimo! It cuts like a hot and heavy sorbata. I can't do Italian accents or the shit. But in any case, it's lively in the hand, at least to me. I do like heavier swords. But in any case, very much I can safely... Yes, I know this is cringeworthy. I can safely say and recommend to buy this Amazon $150 Qing DAO if you want to add a sword to your collection to just cut shit up in your backyard. Doing cutting competitions or martial art forms, I'm not entirely sure about because I don't study Dao swordsmanship. I studied katana, which you saw me use. I was mostly using katana cutting methods, which can transfer over to this thing pretty damn well, as we saw. But, yeah. Martial arts practice and cutting competitions, maybe not use this, because it is a bit on the heftier side, in my opinion. And in cutting competitions, you want light and fast, not heavy and sturdy. But in any case, if you are looking for a sword to do shit in your backyard with, this is the one you want, in my opinion. I am endorsing this. I should say that I am not sponsored by Amazon by any means. This is just my honest review of a product that I have bought with my own money. I know a lot of people want to hear that because they might be thinking, oh, he's secretly sponsored by Amazon, so he's biased. No, I'm not biased. If a product sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. Like, oh, this miraculous hat that dispenses ketchup when you're at the football game or something for your hot dogs. That hat is stupid. If I think it's stupid, I'm going to say that damn thing is stupid. Or this catcher's mitt that extends outwards to catch foul balls in baseball games. That would piss off a lot of baseball teams, but it would be a cool idea. But that's beside the point. The point of the matter is, I give my honest opinions about the products that I review for this channel and the swords that I buy. And I can honestly say 100% to buy this sword if you're looking for a blade to do backyard shenanigans with, basically. And again, shout out to Scalagrim. Check out his channel. He's done, I think, a few reviews of different types of Dao. I think he did a Youngling Dao, a Tung Dao, and a couple of other Daos. He's also done reviews of the LK Chen swords. Also check out Sword Sage. He's done a lot more. The Great River Taoist Center on YouTube if you want to learn more about Chinese swords from Scott Rodell. Which, coincidentally, I'm going to buy the Hanwei Cutting Jun later on that he designed and do a review of that as well. At some point, maybe before Christmas or something. I don't know. Depends on how my week goes. A little bit of an update. I might be working at my local Rural King. Leaving McDonald's and going to Rural King for various reasons that I'm not going to get into. But I've rambled and bitched enough. This video's probably already hit the 20-minute mark anyways. So, until next time, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all, be crazy rednecks, be safe in using your weapons, and one last time, this is worth every penny, even if you have to sharpen and straighten the blade. So I'm out. Peace.